Greetings, Toiletarians! I'm your host, Toilet Terry, and you guys are all watching Toilet Talk with Terry. That's me, obviously. The discussion topic for this episode is the worst day ever. I'm about to share with you guys right now the story of my worst day ever from start to finish. So let's get started. On a normal basis, I would just get out of bed like normal and head for the bathroom. But this particular one morning, that's not what I did. Instead, I rolled out of the bed onto the floor and then bumped my head on the corner of a shelf. It was a miracle that my head was not busted open. But it still hurt. Really, really, really bad. It was sore all throughout the time that I brushed my teeth, and in doing so, I realized that somebody who might have been over to the house within the last week, maybe a friend of mine, I never found out who, they put Tabasco in my toothpaste and shook it all up. And when I went to go brush my teeth that day, I start brushing. I expect the smell of that strong toothpaste, and all I get is the strong taste of I was gonna say tobacco, but no, obviously not. Tabasco. I screamed like a little girl because of how hot it was. My mother was like, are you all right? I was like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I just gotta go to the bathroom and I'll be right there, ready for breakfast. So, I proceed to go pee in the bathroom. I open up the toilet, however, the toilet is full of poop and toilet paper all the way to the top, right where the rim is. And I had to rush downstairs to the other bathroom to attempt to go pee, and the same thing was wrong with the other bathroom too. I kid you not. That is how my day started, with those three events in particular. Almost busting my head open, getting a mouthful of Tabasco, not being able to go pee because there's toilet paper and crap right up on the rim. No, I don't think so. I don't think this is going to be a good day. That's what I thought to myself. This is going to be a bad day. I swear. I absolutely swear. Should I have spoken that into existence? No, I should not have. But I did. And I really, really, really paid the price for it. And I'm about to share with y'all all the other stuff that happened that made me, those were the only two bathrooms in the entire house, and I informed Mom of the problem, and then Dad steps into the room and he's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, that was me. I'll have it fixed by the time that you get home from school, and then you'll be able to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, no, I won't need to then because I will have done it at school. So on the 15-minute drive to school, I was holding it the best that I could. I made a beeline straight for the bathroom when I got to school, but I was too late. I ended up partially peeing my pants, and I had to go to the nurse's office to get a diaper and wear it for the rest of the day. Actually, they weren't diapers, they were pull-ups. And I don't know what I had to drink the night before or to eat, but I wore out at least 10 pull-ups, 10 of them. And I remember in the last period of the day, I passed gas in class. It was silent, but plenty deadly. And I was so embarrassed that I decided to leave the room. And you see, I get nervous whenever I'm embarrassed, and whenever I'm nervous, nervous, I tend to pass gas or have to go to the bathroom, number two. So I went to the bathroom, and I did to the only two toilets that were in the bathroom the same thing that Dad had done to the toilets at home. And then everybody was like, who did this? Who on earth did this? Some people tried to point the finger at me, considering I went to the bathroom in between every class, which was on a normal basis, by the way, not on that day. And I was just like, don't look at me. I don't know who did it. Ooh, I gotta pee. But I can't. I'm gonna have to wait till I get home. So I'm holding it on the way home. And when I get home, the two toilets are not fixed. So I go out back and I pee in the leaves. And then I pee in the mulch. And then I pee over the fence. It was madness. I tried to find the spots where the dogs went poop so I could actually no, I didn't have to go poop. I just peed everywhere, you see. But that's not all. I just gave y'all a brief of my day, just a few details. I'm gonna share with y'all what happened from first period all the way to eighth period. So, in first period, I was late because I had made a beeline straight for the bathroom. She was like, why are you late? Why are you late, John? And I was like, I had to go to the bathroom really bad. It was an emergency. And she was like, emergency? But you're not in the emergency room. You're in class. So that's not an emergency. You're getting a tardy slip. And you better not get in my way today, or else I will write you up, just like I did 2 weeks ago. Comprende? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mrs. Science teacher. So yes, first period science, and then second period, how to understand the Bible. Yeah, that class went pretty normal, I would say. But then on third period, heck to the no, no. So I felt the urge to pass gas, but it was those hard seats that if you passed gas on one of them, it would make noise. So instead of just letting it out right there, I had a better idea. You see, there was a boy named Joshua he was seated just to my left. There was a girl in front of him, Susan. And so I took my jacket, I stood up for a minute, put my jacket on the chair, sat on my jacket, and then farted into the jacket, and it made no noise whatsoever. But then I thought, how about something funny? So I threw my jacket into Joshua's face, and before he can even say anything about the aroma, Susan is like, my God, Joshua! He's like, what? What did I do? He was like Steve Urkel, did I do that? And then Susan was like, no, you didn't do that. He did that, pointed at me. That was the worst period of the day, needless to say. But then, at lunchtime, Joshua had a stacking cash. He had a bunch of cash on him. And, you know, his family was rich. So what he did at the lunch table was he took all that cash, threw it up in the air, and whoever caught a piece of cash got to keep it. He was like, make it rain! And then somehow that resulted in somebody's red Gatorade getting knocked over, turning the white table pink, and getting some of it on my sandwich. Yeah, I mean, I've had bullies pour milk on my sandwich before, but oh my gosh. I did not want to eat the rest of my sandwich after it got pretty much saturated in Gatorade. So I just went hungry for the rest of the day. My stomach was growling in every class I had after that leading up to 8th period, and the teachers were asking me, why's your stomach growling? Didn't you have lunch? I was like, yeah, my stomach is just supersized. And they're like, dude, there's no such thing. But then, when it came to art class, the class right before 8th period, see, the art teacher liked to have one of us students volunteer and read a daily devotion in front of all the other students. She picked on Thomas to read the daily devotion, and out of nowhere, in the middle of him reading, well, you see, first I noticed his face was starting to turn red, and he was starting to read a little slower. He was becoming a little slurred, but then out of nowhere, while he's reading, He passes gas, it makes noise, and the rest of the boys in the classroom are dying laughing. And the teacher is like, enough, enough, enough. Next time he does that, I need you guys to promise you will not have another laughter outburst. We were all like, yes, ma'am. Yes, teacher. Yes, miss. We won't laugh again. And then he does it again. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's so funny. So funny. Yeah, that's what I said amongst everyone else. Ha, Thomas, that's so funny. But then the teacher looked at me and she was like, okay, I told you guys not to have another outburst for starters. And Mr. Terry, for that commentary, you're getting a write-up. So I ended up getting written up I was so close to making it through all my classes without getting written up. And then just before my last class, I get written up. And then you all know what happened in 8th period, and then you know what happened when I got home. So, yes, that was the worst of the worst of the worst days of my entire life. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. What's to come next will be amazing. You won't want to miss it. All right, keep it real. Peace out.